Hi everyone, welcome to Verbling. Sorry for the 5 minute delay. Had issues connecting. Okay, sweet. Looks like everybody's here. Hello. Ooh, there's like a Juan Cuera. I'm just gonna, mute you because there's noise. Got thumping sound coming from your mic. Hi everyone. Wow, class got full today. Nice. How's everyone doing?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi Norbert. Hello. Hi Christoph, Alex, Elaine, Esther, Hamid, Juan, Facundo. Nice familiar faces. Awesome.
Hi guys.
Fine. How are you, friends?
Emanuel Vai
Yes.
from Italy.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, so like I said, I'm sorry. I apologize for the delay. I had some issues connecting. First question, did everybody have a look at the new feature Verbling has implemented?
Yes.
All the regular users? Norbert, yeah? What do you think?
I don't like it.
If I
like
would
it.
own this business,
Yeah?
it would be great. But it's because I'm a user.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It isn't very well to me.
Yeah, as a user, it's okay.
Yes.
It's a little different. Okay, Juan just like flat out, I don't like it. No. Why not, Juan?
Oh well, because I don't know. Imagine that someone reserve a seat
Uh-huh.
on the hangout and he don't show up to the class. What happened with that seat? You know, maybe
Oh,
could
then
be someone that want to join the class, but he can't because someone reserved that seat. I don't know.
oh no, you can. So for those of you who are regular users and who have seen the new feature, if somebody reserves a seat, they only have
Okay.
yeah. I'm back, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, so as I was saying, so yeah, Juan, if somebody reserves a seat, that seat is reserved for them for just 2 minutes. Okay, so when class starts, they have 2 minutes to get to class and use the reserved seat. Otherwise, that spot opens up for you guys.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
cool. I didn't
Okay.
know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like if they reserve a spot and then they don't show up, then like that spot's gone to waste. If they don't show up for in the first 2 minutes of class, then you can take that spot. Okay.
Oh wow, yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Now do you like it?
Yeah.
Now it's like
Like
now I like
everything.
it. Okay. What about Hamid? What do you think?
I think if it were free, it would be better.
Of course. I'm sure you all think that. Okay, well, it's a new feature they've implemented it, and let's see how it goes. But I want you guys to know that it's not like if somebody reserves a spot, then that's it. Nobody else can get in. If they reserve a spot, then they have 2 minutes to get to class, and if they don't, then the spots are gonna open up for you guys. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
All right. So let's get started on our class. Today we are going to be tackling grammar. We are going to be focusing on the present perfect and the present perfect progressive or the present perfect continuous. Okay, you can call them both the same thing. This is going to be like an intermediate to advanced level class, not as difficult as yesterday when we dealt with the unreal conditional. Who was in that class? Elaine, you were in that class?
Yes, me,
Yes.
Yeah,
Hamid.
it was
Yes, and-
really hard.
Yeah, Elaine was in that class, Hamid was in that class. So today what we're going to be tackling with is not as challenging as that, but we do have 2 hours scheduled today. So this hour and the hour after, we will be working on our grammar in the present perfect continuous and the present perfect simple, learning difference between the two, and we're going to get lots of practice under our belt, and by the end of it we'll all be pro at that tense. Okay, so I have attached a document with the class description. Was everybody able to access it? It's a
Yes, also I downloaded.
sorry,
I downloaded.
you downloaded it? Okay, yeah. If everybody could download that document, that would be great. Sometimes if you just open it in your browser, then it's some of the words might not appear clearly. So make sure you download it, and that's just for your reference. That's just for after class. If you forget what the tenses are, you can refer back to it. In class, we're going to be having a lot of practice with working on it. All right. And Juan Carlos is saying, I find this class more difficult than the class you taught yesterday. Oh, really? Well, hopefully not everyone will think that. I think this is an easier class than yesterday. Okay, so let's begin. Let's begin with a quick round of introductions. Let's say our name and let's just say where we're from. Okay, so my name is Hina. I am from Canada. Right now, I am in very, very sunny San Francisco, California. Okay, and let's start with Elaine.
Hey, so I'm Alan from Paris, and right now I'm in London, in the UK.
Ooh, that's awesome. Thank you. Is it really cold there?
It's cold, it's rainy, it's rubbish.
Ugh, I know what you mean. It's nice and sunny here. Ha ha ha.
It's
Thank
like
you,
what?
Elaine. It's nice and sunny here.
I hate you.
Thank you. Next we have Alex.
Hello, my name is Alex. I'm from Russia, and well, it's a bit colder outdoors
It's a
today.
bit colder. It's a bit colder. It's only like -20. Not too bad. So thank you, Alex.
No, it's -5.
Okay, that's not so bad. I'm from Canada. That -5 is not so bad. That's awesome. Thank you. Next we have Esther.
Hi, I'm Esther. I'm from Spain, but now I'm living in Dublin.
That's awesome. Thanks, Esther. Next we have Facundo.
Hi, my name is Facundo. I'm from Argentina.
Okay, thanks. Next we have Florin. Hello.
Hello, Dina. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? You're not using your webcam today.
Yes. I don't know why. I can see myself.
Okay, yeah, we can't see you either.
Okay, I'm Florin from Spain, Barcelona, and today here is a windy day.
It's a windy day. Okay,
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Florin. Next we have Franz.
Okay, I am a Franz. I am connecting from Italy, and this is my first time in this class.
Welcome, Franz! Yay! Yeah, it's your first time in my class. I can see a new student. Awesome. Thank you, Franz.
Thank you.
Next we have Hamid.
Yes, hello everyone. I am Hamid from Turkey, and last night I was unlucky because it was snowing, so I escaped some part of the class.
Oh yeah, I know that. It
The
was
electric went out.
but you kept coming back, so that's awesome.
Yes.
Thank you, Hamid. Next we have Juan.
Hello, my name is Juan. I'm from Peru, and well, today is a very hot day.
It's a hot day. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Juan. And lastly, we have Norbert.
Hi everyone, I am from Hungary and it started sleeting.
It started sleeting.
Sleeting, yes.
Oh, okay. So there's sleet. All right. Okay. Awesome. So a whole bunch of variety of weathers from all around the world. Perfect. Thanks, guys. All right. So let's get started. Everybody downloaded the document, right? I'm going to be sharing it. So we're going to quickly go through the document that I've attached. It's a summary of the differences between the present perfect simple and the present perfect continuous. So we're going to be looking at it, going to be making note of some points that we need to remember when dealing with these tense. And then after that, I have a couple of documents on my own computer. There's a lot of stuff on the web, and we're going to be using all those resources to help us practice and master this tense. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing my screen. Let me just make this a little bigger. Okay. No, that's not the one I want to share. That's the one I'm going to do later on. That's not the one. Okay. There we go. So can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Is it big enough? Like, can everybody see it clearly?
If you
Yes.
could make it
Yeah?
slightly
Okay.
bigger, that would be great, I think.
Sorry?
If you could make it slightly bigger because it's a bit blurry on our screens. Yeah.
Is that okay? Yeah, just let me know whatever works. And okay?
Cool.
All right. So let's get this started. So the present perfect simple versus the present perfect continuous. Before we begin, does anybody know what these tenses are? Have you heard of them? Have you ever worked on them? Like, let me know what your experiences are with them.
I know before, and
You know?
yes, main difference between these tenses, especially for since words.
Okay. All right. What about somebody else? Anybody other than Hamid?
Okay, me.
Yeah. So these are actually, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I think that the present perfect simple and the present perfect continuous connects the past with the present.
Mm-hmm. Connect the past to the present. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. Mm-hmm. So let's have a look. These are tenses that we actually use quite commonly, even if you're a learner of the English language. These are tenses that you've probably already used or actively use. All right. If I move it, can you see it? Okay. All right. So can I get someone to read the first point in on the left column? Elaine, can I get you to read it?
Yeah, sure. Focuses on completed actions. Example, I've read your book.
I have read your book. Exactly. So the present perfect simple focuses on actions that have been completed. So I read your book. So as of right now, I read your book and I know what your book is about. All right. As opposed to the continuous, it's focused on unfinished actions. I've been reading your book. Okay. So it's something that you have started in the past and it has continued on to the present. Okay. Whereas in the simple, it's very similar to what we did yesterday, where it's in the past and it's left in the past. All right. Focuses on completed actions. I read your book. That's it. It's done. Whereas in the continuous, focuses on unfinished. I've been reading. I'm currently reading. I started it in the past, and as of right now, I'm still completing that task. Okay. Number 2, Norbert, can I get you to read number 2?
Commonly used with stative verbs.
Mm-hmm.
Example, I've known him for years.
Perfect. Thank you. So commonly used with stative verbs, whereas continuous is not used with stative verbs. Like you don't say I've been knowing him for years, right? What's a stative verb?
Hate, like, love, no? There's kind of a sense or...
Yeah, they're a class of verbs and they express a state or a condition. Okay? So in this example, what is the state or the condition? To know someone. That is the state. Okay? So with certain words, you don't use them in the continuous sense. All right? And we'll learn as we're going through the examples, you'll know what stative verbs are and in which case we use them in simple and we do not use them in continuous at all. Okay. Number 3.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Teacher.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't understand which is restative verbs. Can you repeat, please?
Okay. Stative verbs are verbs. It's a class of verbs, and they express a state or a condition. Okay. Rather than an action. Okay. So, for example, when you're reading a book, that's an action, right? You're actively doing something. Whereas when you know somebody, you know them for years. There's no active action on your part. Do you see the difference? I mean, there's no I'm knowing him for years. You don't say that, right? If you say knowing, then you've made it into an active verb. So static verbs are verbs that do not have an action associated with them. They're verbs to distinguish a condition. So in our sentence over here, I've known him for years. To know somebody is a static verb because you know them. It's an action, but it's not an action that is going on actively. If not everybody, do most people understand what I mean when I say a static verb?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes,
Like
yes, thank you.
yeah. If you look at the second example, I've been knowing him for years. You can't say that. That doesn't make any sense, you know? Because you're trying to make knowing into an active verb, which it's not. All right? And like I said, as we go on, with the examples, you'll know what verbs are static and which aren't, because if you try to use them with the continuous in the continuous form, the sentence won't make sense. Okay? Number 3, Juan, can I get you to read number 3?
Okay. Emphasis. Permanent routine. Actions. State. I've worked hard all my life.
Okay, this word is emphasizes.
Emphasize.
Yeah, emphasizes. In certain parts of the world, we write it with a Z as well, but over here we're using an S. So emphasizes. So emphasizes means to put focus or pressure. So the present perfect simple focuses on permanent routine, action, and state. So I've worked hard all my life. Okay? Whereas the continuous focuses on temporary actions and states. I've been working hard recently. All right. Next, can I get Esther? Can you read number 4?
Yeah, it's more matter of fact. I've waited an hour for you.
Okay, yeah. So I've waited an hour for you. Whereas the continuous carries more attitude. I've been waiting an hour for you. All right. So can everybody hear the attitude? And when you say that to somebody, I've been waiting here for an hour for you. All right. Or I've waited an hour for you. It's very subjective. It's not always present. These are all just guidelines to go by to differentiate between the two. But it doesn't always have to be that way. If you say it in this sense, it doesn't always have to have attitude or annoyance. All right?
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
So, again, and it emphasizes duration. That's the one important thing to remember, that it is something, the continuous form is something that started in the past and has continued on into the present. Okay? So I've been working here for 20 years. So I started working here 20 years ago, and I am still working here today. Okay? And I'll tell you why this is blank, because there's an overlap, and you can use either or of these in such circumstances. Okay. Number 6, the simple tense emphasizes on a single action. I've already phoned them. Whereas in the continuous sense, you use it for repeated actions. I've been phoning them all morning. So can everybody see why, usually when you have continuous, I'm not saying this is always the case, but usually in continuous, the verb is conjugated in the ing sense, all right? Phoning, calling, working, reading, okay? That is continuous. When you see that tense, that is what makes that sentence continuous, something that is still happening. Continuous means to go on, right? Something that hasn't ended, all right? And number 7, can be used for recently completed actions. He has just left, okay? Can be used for recently completed actions. Why are you sweating? I've been running, okay? So he has just left, whereas I've been running. Even though the running it's complete, it's recently been completed, and it is something that you actively did, all right? All right, is everybody confused? Is everybody like nice and confused? They're like, I thought I knew English and I thought I knew what these words meant, but now I don't know anything. Is that how you guys are feeling? Okay, so let's have another look at some other examples, okay? If you guys are confused, that's okay. Don't worry. We're gonna work through it together. I'll make sure you guys get it at the end of this class. Okay? All right. So what is more confusing? Is the present perfect simple or is the present perfect continuous? Which is more confusing?
Both.
Both? Okay, all right. Okay, let me share my screen and then we will work through them again. Okay, sorry. Can everybody see this? Present perfect versus present perfect progressive?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Okay, all right. So the present perfect, we're going to be reading this thing. Let's read the present perfect. This is simple. If you just see present perfect and there's nothing, there's no progressive or continuous at the end, then this is the simple tense, all right? So the main way to write it is to has, have, plus the past participle, okay? So you use it for present, when you use the present perfect, it's for actions that are not happening and for actions that have already finished at this time. We already went through this, okay? So let's look at a couple of examples down here. Sam has played tennis with 2 different teams. Is Sam playing tennis right now?
No.
No? Okay, yeah, you're right. Exactly.
No,
so
it's
Sam,
completed.
yeah. So Sam has played. He has done it. It's done in the past, okay? So Jeff has already finished his homework. So he's not doing his homework right now, has already. So the action is finished, okay? Peter and Paul have already cleaned their room. They're not cleaning it now, okay? So something that's already done in the past. Now let's look at the present perfect progressive or continuous. So you have the way you write it is has, have, plus been, plus the verb ing. So this, when you put ing, that is the progressive or the continuous use of the word, okay? So this is for continuing actions, for actions not finished at the moment, for actions in the recent period, in the recent time period. So in the very near past to just in the present or just before the action finished in the present, all right? Let's look at some examples. Shaq has been playing for the Lakers since 1996. Now, even without being you're in a class, can you tell that when you read this, Shaq has been playing? Can you tell that he is actively still playing for the Lakers?
No.
No?
Maybe she retired.
Yeah. So when you read this, Shaq has
He retired. Sorry. He retired.
He retired. Retired, I think, is the word you want to say, Hamid. Okay.
I mean, teacher, I said wrongly. Shaq is she.
Shaq is, oh yeah, he retired. Okay, yeah, you're right. So Shaq has been playing for the Lakers since 1996. So he started playing in 1996. Is he still playing for the Lakers?
No.
Yes,
No.
he is.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Yes.
Okay, let's not focus on what the truth is. Let's focus on what the sentence is saying. So if
Yes.
you read the sentence, Shaq has been playing, that means that he started playing in the past and he is still playing. If it had been that he doesn't play anymore, so it would be Shaq has played for the Lakers. Okay? So he has played for the Lakers sometime in the past, but he doesn't do it anymore. But when you say Shaq has been playing for the Lakers since 1996, you're saying he started playing in 1996 and he is currently still playing. The action is continuing. Okay? Can you see the form has been playing? So this is a continuous action. So the right tense is has been verbing, has been playing. Okay? So he does still play. Okay? Let's look at the next one. Jeff has been thinking about changing his field of study. Okay? So he has he done it?
No.
No? Okay. So is he still doing it?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So in the future, will he change it? Will he change his field of study?
Yeah.
It is possible.
Exactly. It's possible. We don't know. We're not dealing with the future here. We are dealing with the past, the recent past, and the present. You cannot make a judgment on the future because we're not dealing with the future in any of these tenses. Okay? So he has been thinking. He started thinking about changing his field of study sometime in the past. Now the past is not it's not been told to us how long he's been thinking about it, all right? But he has been thinking about it in the past and he is still thinking about it. Okay? Let's look at the last example. they have been practicing English for many years. So does that mean that they still practice their English?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
And
Yeah, they have been practicing. So again, they started practicing English many years ago. We don't know when, what the exact number of years is, but they started, and to this day, they are still practicing their English. Okay? If you had said they had practiced their English in Spain, what tense would that have been? They had practiced. Yeah, that would be the present perfect simple. They did something in the past that isn't happening anymore. They practiced their English in Spain sometime in the past. They don't do it anymore. But right now, they have been practicing. So they are continuously practicing. Okay? Is it a little clear, if not absolutely clear? If it's not absolutely clear, that's okay. We're here to learn. Okay?
It's clear.
It's okay? All right. So,
Yes.
so there's a note that we have to keep in mind. Sometimes it's possible to use words like work, play, study, live in either tense with no change in meaning. Okay? So if you look at, sorry, totally did not mean to do that. So if you look at the document that I sent you, there was a blank in the present perfect. That means that that tense and the present perfect continuous can be used interchangeably. Either one can be used. So let's have an example. Mr. Sanchez has taught English for 6 years. Okay? Mr. Sanchez has been teaching English for 3 years. They both mean the same thing, which is what? Yeah, go
he
ahead.
was a teacher.
Duration.
Yeah, he was a teacher 6 years ago,
Yes.
right? So what is he now?
He continues his job for this
Exactly.
example.
Exactly. He was a teacher, so he started teaching 6 years ago, and he still teaches today. Mr. Sanchez has taught English for 6 years. Mr. Sanchez has been teaching English for 6 years. That means both these things mean that he started teaching 6 years ago, and he continued teaching for 6 years, and today, in the present day, he is still teaching English. Okay? Yes? No? Everybody understand?
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. So let's try working through a couple of these examples, and we have lots more examples to work through. If somebody doesn't get it, that's okay. We will make sure that everybody understands. All right? Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, someone asked the link in the chat.
Oh, these are just websites that I'm using. You guys can see them, right?
We can see.
Okay, all right. So these are just links that I'm using, and there's quite a few of them. So I don't want to link it to everybody. I'll link everybody at the end of class. All right. If you're still interested and you're still confused with our examples, I'll link you these and you can work through them. Okay. Okay. So can I get? Okay. So let's work through these examples. I can't see everybody's name. So Norbert, can you do the first one, please?
Yes, Nancy Kerrigan is a professional ice skater. Just a moment.
Yeah, take your time. Don't worry. Okay.
Since she was a child, she has skating since she was a child.
Okay, so which one?
She has been. Sorry, B.
Exactly. So she has been skating as a child. All right.
Yes.
Skated. Okay. Try again. Could you say she has skated since she was a child?
She has been skating.
Yeah.
No.
Can you also say she has skated since she was a child?
Yes.
You can? All right. So both of these are possible. So when you said she has been skating, that's good. That's the right tense. You can also say she has skated. Personally, what I would do, I would pick B. Okay? If I was given this sentence, I would say she has been skating since she was a child, because that tells us that she is still skating today, right?
So sorry, I've got a question.
Yeah.
We said that if we used has skated, it would be stuck in the past.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
why both tenses are possible then?
Okay, so here's a little note. I'm going to highlight it again. Sometimes it's possible to use words like work, play, study, live in either tense with no change in meaning. Okay? So if in somewhere in the sentence there is an indication that the sentence is being talked about in the present, then you can use either of these tenses and it will tell you that it is something that is being talked about in the present and is continuous. Now, in the first example, Nancy Kerrigan is a professional ice skater. So she is an ice skater right now, right?
Yeah.
Right? So that already tells you that this is in the present. So then this can apply here. She has skated since she was a child. She has been skating since she was a child. They both mean the same thing because you already know from this earlier sentence that this is in the present, and you can put it in the continuous or in the simple. It would still hold true in the present. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
But Norbert, if I was you, I would have also said has been skating. That makes more sense to me, but both of them are correct, all right? So both tenses possible, okay? Awesome. Perfect. Like I said, I know it looks simple, like, oh yeah, totally, something that happened in the past and they're still happening, but there's lots of exceptions. That's one of the difficult things about learning a language. There are always going to be lots of exceptions, okay? All right, let's do the second one. Elaine, can I get you to do the second one?
Nancy has won many awards for her skating. In fact, she won an Olympics medal, an Olympics medal.
An Olympic medal.
A Olympic medal.
Yeah.
So has won?
Has won. Let's see. Exactly. Nancy has won many awards for her skating. Okay? So if you were to say Nancy has been winning, okay, that would be like the Olympics are still going on and she is still playing in them, right? Like if the Olympics were going on right now and she had won awards in the last 3 of her games and she still had future games to play.
Okay. And if in fact she won an Olympic medal was before Nancy we could have both possible.
Nancy has won an Olympic medal for her skating. It would be the same thing. So she has won an Olympic medal in the past. She's not winning an Olympic medal right now, is she? It's not something that is happening in the present. It's something that happened in the past. Winning a medal is something that happens in the past once. Okay? That past can be repeated, but it's not something that continuously happens. It's not like she automatically wins a medal every year. You know what I'm saying? Okay? All right.
Okay.
So Nancy has won many awards for her skating. Perfect. Thank you, Elaine. Who's next? Esther.
Okay, Surya Bonali is also an Olympic ice skater. She's from France, but I think that both is correct, in Pennsylvania and Massachusetts in the United States, because it's live, no? Live, it's possible with both, and it's the same meaning.
Yeah, she's from France, but she has also lived in Pennsylvania and Massachusetts in the United States, has also been living. Okay, let's see. Oh, let's try again.
No.
Yeah, why do you say, why do you think? Now, these are just exceptions. It doesn't always have to be that these words, it's possible to use words like these. So it's possible doesn't mean that you can always use them in this tense. It's possible means that you can use them in that tense. So she is an Olympic ice skater. She's from France, but she is from France. So where is she living right now?
She's from France.
Yeah?
She's living in France.
She's living in France, okay. So has she lived anywhere else in the past?
Yes.
Where, okay. So how would, okay, in Pennsylvania and yeah, go ahead.
Has also lived.
Has also lived, exactly. She's from France, but in the past, she lived in Pennsylvania and Massachusetts in the United States. She's not living there right now, is she?
Because it's finished, no?
It's finished, yeah. So she's from France. She moved to Pennsylvania and in the United States. She lived there, and now she moved back to France. So there's not. So it hasn't been brought over into the present. She's not living there right now. All right. If she was living there right now, then both would have been possible. Do you understand, Esther?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Next, let's have Juan. Is Juan still there? I don't know. I can't see who is and isn't there. Okay, go ahead, Juan.
Number 4, right?
Yeah.
Robin Cousins, a former ice skater and current commentator, said this about new skater Kaylin Kiergaard.
Yeah.
She's one to watch for the future. she um she has been surprising.
Okay. She has been surprising everyone with the quality of her skating. Okay.
Oh. Hot surprise.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to give you a little hint. This is actually a little hard. She has surprised everyone with the quality of her skating. Exactly. Has anybody ever said these things before? Like you have survived. Like she has surprised everyone. It's a very common. It's a very common phrase. Has anybody ever used them before?
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. In what tense does everybody use it? Like why do you say these things?
In what tense?
Yeah, like I'm sorry, in what sense? In what sense do you say it? When you say it, are you saying something that has happened in the past, or are you saying it as something that is currently happening? Everybody's like, I don't know, I have no idea. Okay, so Robin Cousins, a former ice skater and current commentator, said this about new skater Mikaelin Kiergaard. She is one to watch for the future. She has surprised everyone with the quality of her skating. Okay, now her skating has surprised everyone in the past. Now, what is it still surprising people? Who's to say? And will it still surprise people in the future? Like I said, we don't know. We're not here to make judgment on the future. But in the past, her skating has surprised people. Okay? I know it's making sense. Like I know it's making sense. Oh, like that can make sense. This can make sense too. But let's see. Let's go on. I'll come back to this one. Number 5. Who else is in the class who hasn't gone yet? Who would like to?
Me, Hamid.
Okay, go ahead, Hamid.
In addition to ice skating, Mikaelin Kiergaard, blah blah high school, she gets very good marks, and she even won a prize for being the most serious student at her school, for being able to handle school and skating at the same time.
Okay. So what? So yeah. So before you tell me what the answer is, what tense is this in? She gets very good marks.
It is present.
It's present. Okay. So what would be?
Second sentence is past. She even won a prize.
Yeah, she gets very good marks, and she even won a prize for being the most serious student at her school. But she is in school right now, right? She gets very good marks, so she is currently going to school.
So has been attending.
Yes. Perfect. In addition to ice skating, Mikaelin Kiergaard has been attending high school. So she has been going to school in the past, and she is still going to school while ice skating. And when you read this, she gets very good marks. That is present. That is something that is still happening right now. So you have to use the continuous sense. All right? Because it is still happening. Okay? Is this
okay.
Is this a little more clear for everyone?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, perfect. Number 6. Who would like to do number 6?
Me, Alex.
Okay, go ahead, Alex.
Brain Boitano, a 1988 Olympic gold medalist, has said lately that upon retirement he will move to a farm in Napa Valley, grow grapes and ice skate only occasionally.
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 Okay, so does everybody think it's only has said? So Alex, you say it's A? Okay, there. Yeah, that's your answer. Yeah, it's A. Okay, does everybody agree that it's only A? Okay, let's see.
Yes.
Ooh, try again. Okay, so Brian Boitano, 1988 Olympic gold medalist. Can you see lately?
Yes.
Lately means in the current time, right? Lately means nowadays, so in the present. So he has said lately. He has been saying lately that upon retirement he will move to a form. So he has been saying it right now. Lately, that's another word for saying nowadays. So in the present. Okay? Do you understand, Alex? So
Yes,
these,
I am.
yeah. So these are the words that we have to look out for that will tell us, oh, what tense is this? Is this present? Is it still happening? Is it the past? Like in the earlier sentence, we had this one. She gets very good marks. That's like, okay, that's something that is happening right now. So this is in the present. In this sentence, it's lately. Lately is something that happens nowadays, that is happening right now. So right now, he has been saying that he will move to Napa and grow grapes and ice skate only occasionally. Okay, is everybody okay with that? Is that clear for everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Number 7. Who would like to do number 7? Please say your name, not just say me.
Me, Floren.
Floren. Okay, go ahead,
Yeah.
Floren.
Okay. Brian has also talked about opening a restaurant after he retires from skating, but he hasn't mentioned those plans lately.
Okay, so which one do you think it is, Floren?
A has
Okay.
also talked.
Okay. So, does everybody think it's A?
I think it would be B.
It's B. Okay.
B.
Who else says it's B? Why do you say it's B and not A? Explain it a little bit to me.
Because it says lately.
It's lately.
He recently, okay. So Brian has also been talking about opening a restaurant after he retires from skating, but he hasn't mentioned those plans lately. So he has not done it lately. So is it still B?
He's talking about something in the past.
Okay, so which one is it?
Has also talked.
Yes. Floren, you were right. I wanted to see how many people would be like, no, that's wrong. Okay, so Floren, you were right. Brian has also talked about opening a restaurant after he retires from skating, but he hasn't mentioned those plans lately. So he talked about it in the past, but in the present he hasn't. Okay? You can't just like see lately and be like, oh, there's lately, that means it's happening right now, that means that it's the present. Okay? You guys can't do that. You have to read the sentence in its entire context. But he has not mentioned that lately. So meaning he has not done something lately, so it hasn't happened in the present. So it is in the past. So you have to use the simple tense. So Brian has also talked about. Okay? So all those who were like, yo, no, it's B, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay? So well done, Floren, well done, Elaine. Is everybody clear? Is there all those who said B? Do you understand why it's not B?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Floren. Thank you, Elaine. Next, number 8. Who would like to do number 8?
Norbert.
Norbert, go ahead.
Scott Hamilton is another famous ice skater. He has been skating since he was 9 years old.
Yeah.
But maybe it's
it's both. Exactly.
Yes.
It's both. Yeah. But I would say has been skating as well. Scott Hamilton is a famous ice skater right now. It's in the present. Okay? So he has been skating. He has skated since he was 9 years old. You can use it in both tense. But if I was writing this, I would say B. Okay? I would say B as well. He has been skating. Okay. Number 9. Who would like to do number 9?
Esther.
Esther, go ahead. Oh, okay. Esther, and then whoever said can do number 10. Esther, go ahead for number 9.
Okay, Scott was treated for testicular cancer in 1997. He successfully beat the cancer and he has remained cancer-free since that time.
Okay.
A.
And he has remained. Perfect. And he has remained cancer-free since that time. Okay? Has been remaining? No, that doesn't even make sense, you know? Okay, and another thing. So for all those who are like, oh, but doesn't saying has remained, doesn't it put it in the past? If we all remember our document, do you remember the static verbs? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah? So there are some verbs that you cannot conjugate like this. You cannot do ing to that. All right? So if you were to do that, this would be an example of that. because you can't say this, it automatically becomes simple. Okay? Even though he successfully beat cancer and he is cancer-free right now. He's cancer-free right now. But according to that standard, it should be this, right? Because he's cancer-free right now. It is something that is happening in the present and is continuous. But this is a static verb in this sense. You cannot conjugate it like that. You cannot say he successfully beat the cancer and he has been remaining cancer-free since that time. Does that make sense to anyone?
Yeah.
It doesn't, right? He has been remaining. He has remained. All right. That's why I gave you that document. There are lots of loopholes that you need to go through to understand. Like, oh, okay, does it make sense now? All right. I'm going to go back to the document in like another 5 minutes. Okay. Number 10. Who said that they wanted to do number 10? Hamid. Okay, go ahead, Hamid.
Facundo.
Okay, sorry, Facunda. Can you do it, please?
Yes.
Okay.
Scott Focus has said, I can see from skating in competition to being the commentator at shows and a sporting event, but he still performs in show occasionally. I take A.
Okay. Perfect. Scott's focus has changed from skating in competitions to being the commentator at ice shows and sporting events, but he still performs in shows occasionally. Okay? Now, for all those who are like, wait, but this is still happening. This is in the present. Why are we doing that? Let's go back to that document that I've given you guys. All right? Does everybody have it? Yeah? Okay. Let me open mine as well. Why did I close it? Can somebody read the static verbs thing to me again? The second point. Static verbs. Yes.
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can someone read that back to me? Yeah.
Commonly used with static verbs. Is this one?
Yeah. Yeah. Commonly used with static verbs. Yeah.
I've known him for years. This is the example.
Yeah. And then not common with static verbs. I've been knowing him for years. Okay. So the example the last statement that we just looked at would fall under that example, that because you cannot use the static verb with that, it has to be only one tense. I mean, it has to be either the simple or the continuous, right? If in the continuous it doesn't make sense, you can't use it, then it has to be simple. All right? Are these examples clear? I know they're confusing, and I know it's like, wait, but I thought this and I thought that, but for the most part, do we understand the difference between the two? The present perfect and the present perfect progressive?
Yes.
Just
Yeah? Okay. In the next class, I'm going to go over it again really quickly. We'll look at it with a diagram, okay? So the present perfect continuous. You use the duration from the past until now. We'll look at some examples. You use it with recently, lately, okay? See, another way that you know when to use it. And then we're going to look at some very important things to remember, and then we'll do some more exercises, okay? But what questions do you guys have now? Tell me your questions, and I'll do my best to explain it. Go ahead. No questions. I get it. It's all making sense to me.
Well, I still having some questions about both.
Okay, so you're having some difficulty. That's okay. In the next class, we'll go through some more examples. All right. Let's see. Hamid, is everybody okay with Hamid? Would like to read his poem to us in class. He's been asking me for a couple of days. So is everybody okay to hear Hamid's poem?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Hamid, you can read your poem to us.
Okay, thank you everyone. A love in the nature. The wind cools both my soul and my air. The rain wets both my heart and my rust. It is a love in the nature. A love is nice with 4 seasons, with the summer and the winter, also the autumn and the spring. The tide is lived with a forfeit of the love. It occurs to earthquakes, owing to a crack of the love. It is a love in the nature. It lives per moments of the time, with the morning and the night, also the second and the minute. It flashes lightning. If the hearts beat each other, it floats somewhere. If you are thirsty or the loveless, it is a love in the nature. It is lived in everywhere, at your far or your near, even on your sadness and happiness. Finished.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Hamid.
Is it clear?
It's clear. You're talking about nature and you're talking about love. What did everybody think about it? Give Hamid feedback. Come on. Nobody can like improve without feedback. It was very well written, Hamid, and I have to say I think it was better than the last poem, and because there were a lot of it's more English accurate than the last poem that you wrote.
Okay, thank you. What
Okay,
do you
you're
think,
welcome.
Norbert?
My listening isn't very good, and I didn't understand the whole poem.
Maybe I can share Google chat screen.
Okay, later.
Yeah, why don't you tell us what the poem is about, Hamid? Like, why don't you tell us in your own words what the poem is about?
For this poem or generally?
Yeah, for this poem. Like, why don't you tell us in your own words what the poem is about and why you wrote it?
Maybe I inspired from the nature.
I was inspired by nature.
I was inspired by the nature.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my feelings about the between nature and love.
Okay.
And I lived a melancholic love.
Melancholy. Okay. Does everybody know that word?
One side love, no two sides love.
Melancholy. Melancholy is something that is sad but beautiful at the same time. Okay? So when Hamid says melancholy love, he means like a sad but beautiful love. Okay? So I've written that word in the verb link chat. Okay? Melancholy. Okay, go ahead.
And also my poems source coming this melancholy thing. Also, I said to you, I have 98 poems in Turkish.
Okay,
but
I'm not going to let you read all of them in verbling classes, okay? I'm not going to let you read 98 poems, but every now and then you can read a poem to us. That's okay.
Maybe future I can publish a book.
Maybe, yeah, sure. Books on poems are published all the time, and I wish you best of luck.
Also, I have 3 books for my Turkish poems,
Okay.
but only one my poem in these books.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it? Okay, all right. Thank you, Hamid. All right. And if anybody has any feedback to give Hamid, they're more than welcome to do so. If you're too shy to talk, you can write it in the chat box, okay? So we only have a minute left in this class. The next class, I'm going to be back with a lot more examples and a lot more slides. But before we go, any questions? Let me know now so I know what to focus on in the next class. What is unclear and what is difficult? Tell me that. Nothing? It's like, I get it. I get it. The simple continuous, I'm on that. Okay. Ah, my God. Somebody, I can hear my crazy echo. I think that was just my thing. All right. Okay, so our class has ended. Who is going to be joining me for the next class? Who's interested to know more? Norbert's going to be there. Who else is going to be there?
Sorry, but I can't.
No? Okay. All right. That's okay, Alex. Alex, like this boggles my mind. I don't know what's going on.
No, it's just almost night here.
It's almost night? Yeah. Okay. But I'm going to be back in 1 minute, and we're going to continue our discussion on the present perfect simple and the present perfect progressive. All right? So, Alex, you have a good night. I'll see you next time in class. And same with everybody else. I'll see you guys in like a minute in the new class. Okay? Bye.
Bye.
Bye.